What is up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Early morning, Saturday video coming at you today. I was honestly sitting on the couch watching Jackass 2 and come across the computer screen. WWE announced the release of Bray Wyatt. Honestly, really surprised by this, even though we haven't seen Bray or The Fiend since WrestleMania. He was one of the most popular characters in WWE, even though the crazy finish of that match. In my mind, I was thinking of like the WrestleMania like main event curse, but it wasn't like the Fiend match one of the first matches of the night. It might even opened up WrestleMania. I don't really remember it, honestly. I'm pretty sure that was the Bianca versus Sasha was what main evented it. But what was going through my head was like the WrestleMania curse, because everybody makes the jokes after the Boneyard match last year. Gallows and Anderson were released in those early releases of the pandemic, and basically, even though it was AJ versus Undertaker, they were a big part of that match, and they released the main event guys right after it. But there's been lots of stories about Bray Wyatt. Since WrestleMania, he, basically disappeared. There was those rumors the night of WrestleMania, because nobody really saw him leave the stadium, but there were pictures of Bo Dallas, who hadn't wrestled or really done anything in the company. People were thinking that The Fiend looked smaller at the time. People were thinking that Bo Dallas actually wrestled as The Fiend in that match. Never really got an answer to that rumor or anything like that. But, really crazy things have really surrounded Bray Wyatt easily since he got called up to the main roster before, I guess that would be like the SummerSlam in between. Was it, in my head, I think that was between 30 and 31 is when he got called up, if I remember right. Of course, he had the big match against Kane at that SummerSlam. He wrestled Undertaker at 31. He did wrestle at 30. He wrestled Cena at 30. And I think that's really kind of what, he was always a main guy. He just kind of killed his momentum, was losing that match, honestly, in my mind. I know that it's WrestleMania, lots of kids there. You want to send them home happy, but man, if he definitely would have won that match, it would have been bigger for the Wyatts, gave them a bigger push for the upcoming year. He had a WWE Championship match after winning an Elimination Chamber against Randy Orton. One of the weirdest matches you'll ever see, where they actually tried to use, I guess, not holograms, but they just made the mat into a projection screen and turned it into bugs crawling around and shit like that. But hopefully, when it all comes down to it, we all know that Bray, is now with the former ring announcer JoJo. I think they've had a kid recently. They're just trying to live their life right. There's lots of stories about maybe he lost his confidence. It's kind of like a head thing, not like a concussion thing, but stuff he's just got to work out on his own. Definitely, being a member of the Rotundo family, with being the son of IRS, and of course all the success that he had even before that character, the U.S. Express, right? The original guys that came out to the Hulk Hogan theme as we know it today, American made. But, if he wants to go to an AEW, if he wants to go to an Impact, he's definitely going to have an impact right off of the bat when he gets there. Just weird what's going on in the wrestling place this day. But maybe he's at a place where he just doesn't want to do this anymore. Maybe wrestling's not his life. Maybe he's a guy like Ted DiBiase, where he just fades off and has a normal life after wrestling. So I guess that'd be Ted DiBiase Jr. But we'll see. Weird stuff, man.